Honestly, I was just like curious because I feel like right now we're kind of in a time in this industry where there's a lot of kind of remakes of movies and a lot of IPs are being made, and that kind of brought me to thinking like there's so many great original movies, and very often when they work well, we want to make a remake or we want to make very often a sequel. So I was like, oh, that's actually right. But what I kind of came to the conclusion personally for myself is I don't think I know any movie where I like the sequel more than the original. So I was curious, is there anyone in here, and that's kind of opening my topic right there, who has a movie where you say like the sequel is better than the original, or where just the sequel could be a really really great second movie to the first one?
I mean, there's like 2 or 3 classic examples that I wouldn't personally choose necessarily, but there's like 3 that I can think of that a lot of people typically go to, which would be Terminator 2, Empire Strikes Back, and Aliens, the second Alien movie. Those 3, I feel like most people like those 3 more, but I'm not saying I'm choosing those, but yeah.
I totally can see that, Cooper, but I feel like, especially Terminator, I've seen all of them, like Bianca and I, Schwarzenegger fans, all from Austria. But I feel like when I think back, because I watched them a long time ago, still the first one is the one that I have most scenes in my head. Like, I would know most about the first one, even though I've seen all of them.
You know what I was thinking about? What is about Pirates of the Caribbean? They also have some really good ones that come later. Maybe not the sequel, but like the third one,
Those are my favorite movies. There's like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. For the Pirates of the Caribbean, like the first one's still such a classic for me, though. Yes. But I do agree, like 2, 3 are okay, and then they just kept going way too long. I was like, why are you doing this? But okay, how do people feel about like The Godfather though? Because the second one's really good as well. I know like the first one's a classic. But I don't know.
I've never seen any Godfather. It's on my list to watch. Never seen it.
Love that.
What is wrong with you?
I haven't seen like pretty much every movie. I've seen like 3, and they're all mine.
Well, you guys were just talking about Terminator, and I was like, I've never seen the Terminator movie.
You gotta watch them.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Everyone will just hate all of us now.
I know.
Like, who are those people?
They call themselves filmmakers.
Truly. Well, your topic, the sequel one, was the hardest one for me. I feel like I've realized that I don't really watch movies anymore. I just watch TV,
Really?
which is like, I know, which is so bad. I'm like, I have to go back to watching movies.
It's so funny because
I don't know.
I truly don't watch anything. I don't watch TV shows or movies ever.
He doesn't watch them.
Like legitimately, I'm not joking. I never watch them anymore. There's a whole reason for it. I don't know.
Oh my God. What do you do?
Podcasts. I listen to podcasts every day.
That's so true. That's so
funny
true.
because Bianca and I, we kind of grew up not watching TV at all. Like for us, it was always feature films. So even now, I watch way more feature films. Like when I started TV show, it never really can, keep me more than 1 or 2 episodes, even though they're well done. But I think it's how you're raised, right?
Interesting. That's funny because we would mostly just watch movies like growing up as well. And I feel like even in my early 20s and whatever, I would still watch a lot of movies and never TV. And now it's just completely flipped on me. I don't know why. I think I honestly, and this is so embarrassing to say, I think it's my attention span. Like I feel like for me to like go into like a movie, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to like pay attention for like 2.5, 3 hours. I don't know if I can do this. But then it's like a TV show, I'm like, 30 minutes episodes, great. Yeah. In the long term, I end up watching like 6 hours of this show, so it's way longer. But I feel like I can leave whenever I want.
They give you that feeling, but really, can you?
Exactly.
But see, that's what I started doing with movies too. I stopped, I start half of it and then I stop it and watch the other half, which sometimes I don't love doing because it's like it's so wholesome. You kind of destroy some of the experience when you do that, but I still kind of started doing that too,
Yeah.
What about I personally like the first Lord of the Rings the best of all 3, but most people tend to go for Two Towers or Return of the King. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think
I'm a Fellowship freak.
Lord of the Rings would be maybe one where I would say the second one intrigues me more because I feel like the first one there was so much story development, like that everyone gets the world we live in, that the second one really starts to, push the plot forward, and stuff happens. So I feel,
I think it's a little bit the same with Fast and the Furious. I think there's so much relationship building. I know we get into a crazy zone with like the sixth or the eighth part of it, but I think the beginning is like with Ari, it's always a different adventure, but kind of you grow on those characters more. So I would say it's almost nicer to go into the second or third because now we know the characters, we know the relationships, and now we're kind of intrigued by what they're doing.
But then on the other side, we need that first one to even care about them enough to watch the second one.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, Tokyo Drift is a great movie. That was like where they nailed it.
When I looked at the topic, best movie sequels of all time, I never thought we'd be talking about Tokyo Drift, but here we are.
It's a good movie.
Yes.
I have two answers, and only one of them is really like a true answer. So in my top 10 movies of all time is Blade Runner 2049, and I think that one is like 1,000 times better. I don't even like the first one at all. I think it's horrendous. And most people, like it didn't do well when it came out either. That's why it's like a cult classic. Like it bombed brutally when it came out. And over time, I feel like it's gotten this crowd that will kind of stand up for it. But I don't know, man. I think it's very hard to watch. And the second one, it's not, I mean, it's kind of cheating because it's not technically like a direct, it is a sequel, but it's, it's, time has passed. It's not about Harrison Ford's character, so it's kind of a cheat. But if you could count that, I would say Blade Runner is amazing.
Yeah.